it's me again, and it's time for another thrilling edition of Comics and Cocktails, where I drink more alcohol than I rightfully need at 3:30 on a Thursday night, and talk about comics. More specifically tonight, I'm talking about comic book movies, because one of those came out, and it's convenient for me to review movies instead of catching up on my obscenely behind stack of comics. Especially when I have a group project from hell to do, because holy crap, I have a terrible group project. So, Batman vs. Superman came out. Apparently a lot of people said that it's not very good, or that they didn't like it or something. I personally enjoyed it. Spoilers, stuff happens. I like to say that DC is pulling a reverse Marvel, because Marvel had all their little franchises and then did the Avengers and then split back up. Except not really, because they keep referencing to the point where it's just money grabbing attempts where everything is an advertisement for everything else, basically, in Marvel at this point. That's the MCU, not Fox or whatever. I haven't paid attention to the X-Men movies in a year. More than a year. But anyway, I digress. But DC is doing they're doing their big group movie-ish. It's, they're introducing a lot of characters in one movie, and then they're going to span out from there, is what it looks like. Which I think is it's a reasonable thing to do, because it doesn't look like copying Marvel, and it's just oh, I forgot to put on my hat. Oh my god. See, when I know I'm going to be dealing with, really annoying people, I'll put together an outfit for it. And so I have my No One Cares shirt, my leggings, and my hat that goes really well with these leggings. And then, I was wearing a pleather jacket, but I didn't like wearing that one, because it's not as comfy as this one. And I was wearing my combat boots today. It was really cool, because I was ready to kick ass. And if you look at it right now, though, it looks like two eyes and squiggly face. Anyway, so I feel it might not be a movie that if you don't know anything about DC, you might not enjoy it, because it does assume, like Deadpool, which I never talked about, but I enjoyed. Like Deadpool, it assumed that the people watching had some comic book knowledge. At least I felt like it did. And it also, it was a very ambitious movie. It had a lot of things it wanted to do. It may or may not have done all of them. It was a very strange movie. It's thematically and cinematically different from a lot of movies, because it was very metaphorical. There was a lot of scenes where they were especially with Batman, there were a lot of strange dream sequences, and a lot of there's also that weird scene where Flash comes from the future to talk to him. My nose itches, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I hate it when that happens, when your nose itches and there's no good way to scratch it ever. And then sorry. And then Lex Luthor was interesting to me. It was definitely a unique choice for how to portray Lex Luthor. It reminded me most of in the Justice League cartoon, where Luthor was had Brainiac in his brain, and so he was like kind of unhinged. So I think it'd be interesting if they did introduce Brainiac in that way, like sometime before the movie, Brainiac got into Lex's brain, and then that's why he's so interested in Clark and the Kryptonians, and also why he's strange. But I don't know. I don't know if somebody. I don't know if there's another theory about that. My sister was thinking Darkseid is gonna come up, which that'd be cool too, but I like the Brainiac thing better. Anyway, I'm not sure how I feel. See, the only thing I wasn't sure going into the movie was Gal Gadot, I forget, I don't know how to pronounce the actress's name. I wasn't sure about her as Wonder Woman, just from an aesthetic standpoint, and from an acting standpoint, I guess she did okay, but I'm not 100% sold on it. But I think she did pretty well. I just still don't like the aesthetics that they went with Wonder Woman, because I would always pick a much more muscular Wonder Woman over a scrawny, and she was pretty scrawny to me, Wonder Woman. Let's see, what else? I got unreasonably excited about Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa's cameos. And then, let's see. What else did I like about the movie? I don't know, I liked that it was just weird. It was not like any. It wasn't really like any other superhero movie, like, because it was very strange. It didn't, and it definitely wasn't like any of the recent ones. And I appreciated that. I appreciate that they were trying to do. They were trying to be different. Oh, and they had the sort of grim, and like gritty aesthetic without carrying the implication that cynicism is something that you should have, or something that you have to have, or like the only way to have realism is to be cynical, because it did have a very hopeful ending, and like, even though you had Clark say, while he was in a very dark place, he says, you know, you can't stay a good man in this world, or people don't stay good in this world, before he goes to fight Batman. But then that statement is proven to be false, because, you know, both he and Bruce then do good things. And, you know, I appreciated that, like, because it had the dark gritty aesthetic, which I know a lot of people like, but it didn't have the same, you know, oh, well, everything is awful, and hope is naive, and, you know, you can't believe in the goodness in people because you will eventually be proven wrong. You know, that. It didn't do that, and I appreciated that, like, because a lot of DC movies tend to venture off in the annoying grimdark thing, but this one didn't. It had, like, the look of a grimdark movie without the annoying, like, message of a grimdark movie. Also, okay, I'm running out of time because I'm trying to limit these to be about 10 minutes. I didn't like that they tried to fake us out with the Superman death because when you nuke a character and then stab him, then there's no fucking way he's gonna die of a stab wound. Even if he's near kryptonite, he's not gonna die. You just gotta, like, leave him in the sun for a while and he'll be fine. It's, you know, it's okay. So I was just waiting and also inappropriately laughing with my sister. We were trying to keep it quiet, but I made a joke that they could just stick him in, like, a tanning booth, and she was like, yeah, and, like, take duct tape and, like, relabel it as a regeneration pod, and then he would be good as new. And we were both trying not to laugh. So overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I'm very excited to see more things that DC does with this. And yeah, so bye!